Space news now, and China will launch the Tiangong-2 lab tonight from the Jiu-quan Satellite Centre. Engineers are injecting propellant into the Long March rocket, which will carry Tiangong-2 about 380 kilometres above the Earth's surface. The space lab will transfer to a slightly higher orbit after initial tests are conducted. A Shenzhou 11 manned spaceship will ferry 2 astronauts up to the lab in October, and they'll remain in orbit for 30 days. A supply ship will be sent to dock with the Tiangong-2 next year. China's aim is to have a permanently inhabited space station.
Once the new space lab starts functioning in the orbit, it will prepare its position in order to be docked with the Shenzhou 11 spacecraft at an altitude of 393 kilometers next month.
We've conducted a comprehensive full-system drill lately. Such task is prerequisite to see how well can all units coordinate with each other under the simulated launch mode.
Well, let's go live now to CCTV's Guan Yang in Jiuquan. He's standing by with the latest on these launch preparations. Guan, the launch is just hours away. What is the latest on the preparations?
Yes, Lindy. The fueling procedure for the Long March 2F rocket has been completed. China's second space lab is ready to be lifted off at about 10:04 tonight, this evening. Lindy, hello?
Yes, he's still there with you. Tell us more about what is expected
Hello?
with regards to those preparations.
Yes. Yes, it will take about 10 minutes from launch for the new space lab to reach the orbit with an altitude of 380 kilometers. And after that, it has about 1 month to get itself prepared for docking with the Shenzhou 11 spacecraft, which has 2 astronauts on board. The preparations are checking the environmental control, and all the components of the internal cabin will need to be tested and filtered for any small floating particles. Compared with Tiangong-1, Tiangong-2 has more facilities and features to ensure a luxurious stay for the 2 astronauts, including the equipment for sending emails and receiving TV programs, and at least 14 experiments will be carried out involving cutting-edge space science. Such arrangements is unprecedented in China's manned space program. Now, the latest from the launch site is that 30 minutes before the ignition, all the ground staff need to be evacuated as the mission is now irreversible. China's second space lab is now ready to bring China's space dream one step closer to the ultimate goal of building the permanently inhabited space station by around 2020. Lindy.
Well, thank you so much for that detailed look at what's to come in just a few hours' time as that incredible spaceship makes its way into space.